Hello and welcome back to XCOM 2, War of the Chosen, form and run, ballistic, permanent dark events and double enemy hit points. What could possibly go wrong with such a setup? We have left the crew when they were... Oh wow. Oh wow, that was loud. Give me a sec. Master volume. Much better. So we left the crew when there was experimental research for experimental weapons ongoing, and we used the covered actions in order to get an extra scientist. Now these were the highlights that are currently going on. Besides this nice mission, we are going to go into a supply raid, and for supply raids it's really important to understand that we are, if done right, we're having a chance to really get a lot of supplies and even Elerium crystals out of it. So naturally, we want to make sure that we are doing it right. By doing that, we might need to find a way of dealing with a lot of losts. So our prime crew is here, Zirkim, Ranman, Roby, and since XCom2 L is not here, he's still tired from the last mission, we're taking Morel as his replacement. Things I'm worried about. Number one, being overrun by the losts, but we can counteract that because we do have a permanent event ongoing, which allows us to one-shot every loss. So level of threat probably low. Second, I am worried about not being fast enough to collect at least a couple of loot crates. Probability of that happening rather high because we are not having the necessary damage. And the most dangerous probably is the fact that there is most likely going to be the chosen one. I don't want her to get any information out of my guys, but the last time we fought her, we had 6 people, a superior position, and we barely scratched half of her hit points. She has about 50-ish hit points, so I feel this time we could be in a bit more of a troublesome situation. We'll immediately start with a priest and a stun lancer. Mind you, the stun lancer has 16 hit points, which really sucks. So let's take the high ground. Specifically for the sniper and for our heavy, that is the right play. And let's see what these guys are up to. So they're coming in, chilling, and we'll stand there. The optimal case would be a nice little Overwatch trap, so let's see if we can craft one. So what I'm seeing here is there is a blind spot. And the way they walked was from here to here. So I'm naturally curious if we would move to here. That's not triggering them. Good. Because I know that they are continuing to move from this side, which means we are going to fully Overwatch, and Zirkim here is also going to Overwatch. I predict that they will see us. There we go. And with us being seen, we now have the unique chance to like completely wreck them, which we're also doing. Perfect. Oh gosh, pretty good hits. Pretty good hits. So let's give Zirkim down here the 8 protocol, just to make sure that he's going to be alright. And let's kill the stun lancer, which worked like a charm. Let us furthermore try to flank this guy here. Should be an easy flank. Oh, holy moly! That's 7. That's 7, which is the maximum. It's a critical strike with the maximum amount of damage. And we are going to sword him. Sword attacks often do not trigger the stasis, which is perfect because that's exactly what we wanted to prevent his sustain from happening. And boy oh boy, I knew when the camera was switching to back there. As I predicted, we are having the Chosen One with us. So let's see. She can enter Overwatch upon ending her turn. That's okay. But she also can. She also does not trigger Overwatch, which is specifically bad on her. With her katanas and her like phenomenal reach, she will just hit and run. So we will need to find a technique how to like stay very close to her, because otherwise, yeah, she's just going to charge in, kill a hit us, charge out, charge in, hit us, charge out, and so on and so forth, which is going to suck. I'm waiting for her to come a bit closer. I think she'll take 2, maybe 3 turns to come there. The whole thing with the crates is getting less relevant. If a Chosen is here, we want to kill her to get the extra ability points for our guys. Ability points means more abilities that we do have, and the only thing that's going to carry this run is the skill of our soldiers. So this is a great opportunity for us to increase the skill of the soldiers. Strangely enough, this guy here triggers, which means the Chosen might be not too far away, because when they trigger, they are usually triggered by something. Huh. See? There she is. Okay, so now the power of the sniper comes into play. And I'm going to show you guys how a pistol with between the eyes can wipe out a whole squad of Chosens without even wasting any ammunition. So super helpful. That's why I wanted to have a sniper with us. All right, time for reload. Generally, time for a nice 8 protocol. I think we're going to 8 protocol our sniper, just because he has the lowest amount of hit points. And I don't know if the Chosen would go for him. We are still way too far away from the Chosen, and our main priority at the beginning is we should get rid of her armor, and we should hit her with as many hits as possible because she has bewildering wounds. So there she goes. Kind of moves over here, otherwise this guy here wouldn't have been triggered. Big fat 7 hit points lost. Who immediately dies. Good job, by the way. And there she is. Need to be careful not to stand too close to one another, because remember that she still has Harbor Wave, which is like this AoE stun. And if we would be hit by an AoE stun with all of our guys at the same time, this might be game over. Now I would expect that they are running to her. Is this going to happen? Are they trying to hit her? Yes, no, maybe? Oh yeah, cool. At least 2 of them. Nice. 1 damage? That's it? Well, 1 damage is better than no damage, they say. Okay, so I was wondering... These 2 guys are focusing on her, which I think is a phenomenal idea, so we're not going to kill them. However, we are going to lob a grenade into their direction. Let's see, this guy 99%. I would want to still use a couple of shots to make sure that the others that are on the way to our camp are being killed right away. Alright, so we'll take a reload just to be full. And then we'll take a grenade. The grenade will shred her armor. That's the very first thing we need to do. There we go. That's also the first hit. Good. We're going to reload again, because at the moment we have a very solid position here. She's now taking bewildering wounds. Which, by the way, is a wonderful sign, because with the zombies hitting her once, she's now in a situation to take additional damage. Nice, a critical, and for 12 points of damage. Wow, that was good. Now, she can only harbor wafers from a similar height, which could be here or here. Harbor wave doesn't move diagonally. At least I have never seen it to do that. Which means I think we're still safe here for 1 more round. And I would want to use the time in order to pump in as much damage as we can. Nice, another 7. Look at that, perfect starter. We have taken half of her health with really a great setup. And she is summoning another foot soldier, distraction, and 8 extra HP. So I need to be a bit careful there. Well, I guess there is her revenge. Which basically was, here you go, 6 points of damage, no defense. Although you have seen me, you still received a critical strike. More losses are coming in, and that is fine for me, as long as the losses are effectively targeting this guy there. So we're moving over here. Just to have a bit of a better angle. And I really like this idea of continuing to hit for the chosen one. Otherwise, this fight might be over sooner than later. So we've hit her once. She might even catch some fire. which would be great, by the way. Another 6 points of damage, even better. She's at 20. Unfortunately, hasn't taken any fire damage so far. We're going to go into the inside with our sniper. And we need to heal him because elsewise he might be in critical range for being shot. Okay, Roby is not to be seen by the others, and I think Zirkim here is the only one like being seen by the soldier down here, so he gets the A protocol. Joke's on you, buddy. You're going to be chased. So what's the plan? She's just standing there? No. Oh, got you. So she was standing there, then decided to move out, and then her movement is crazy. I mean, seriously, she was just moving through everyone, then took another move for a swing, and then it felt like she was just running through the whole street on top of it. Okay, so we need to get Roby back up to his feet. And we need to somehow clean house here. All right, which was worth it. We still got a couple of them. Now, what we really need to do is we need to F that chosen one. And one way to do that is by moving down here, flanking and shooting her. Zirkim certainly can, excuse my camera, certainly can move down and hit her. Question is, what is Roby going to do? Roby cannot do anything because he just has been revived. So we are at 27 hit points. No, actually we had been at 20. If we hit her with a gun, maximum damage we could do is 7 with a crit. If we hit her with a sword, that's 6 to 8. So we would split the party, but we wouldn't really have a chance or have her in a lethal range, which is a serious issue. Which then again means I'm not sure if it makes sense to attack her or instead attack her grunt down there. I decided for the grunt. So we fully shoot everything until we are at the second magazine, and then start beating the living hell out of this grunt. The idea here is to have a plan B in case we're missing. So far the shots have worked out wonderful. I mean, we could go down and hit her. We could even use the grenade for what it's worth and hit her. But I really think both of the ideas do not ultimately make all too much sense. Problem with her is she will just jump back up here. Her movement range is just too long, and I don't have the option to just completely shut off every single area. So we're in a tough spot, to be honest. Couldn't finish her when we run down. Splitting the party with these guys still alive doesn't make all too much sense. So where we stand now is we basically try to stay near to one another. So we can revive immediately. There's a danger with the harbor wave, which is hopefully not common. No, that looks like a grenade. Never mind, it doesn't. I don't know, where is she? Ah, she's down there. She's down here. So this is where the Chosen is at, and this is where she's at. Chosen led us directly to her, which is very nice. Thank you so much for that. So let's revive. And reload. Question that I'm of course asking myself is, given all these guys whom we can technically kill, if we move down here, lob a grenade in there, might be able to dish out some decent damage. We, however, can't really get to her, because again, we're only having one action unit left, and Zirkim here is pretty badly disoriented. So the only two where we really can do something is our sniper, who's now, by the way, cleaning up these lost ones here. Unfortunately, by the way, since the Chosen always acts first, the Losts will have almost no chance of reaching her. Because unless she deliberately moves back into a position where she can be hit, she can always like run away from them. Okay, so we cleared out everything, which means if we're now going down, tossing the grenade in, we should be fine. At this moment in time, I just feel we need some more support. Like, this here seems to be so hard to fight a Chosen with 4 people. I'm lacking firepower and actions. The Chosen effectively hits someone, therefore denies an action from that person. Here, Zirkim in this case can't do anything other than overwatching. Overwatching doesn't help against her. And unless we really position people absolutely close, so almost next to one another, it's not going to work out. Good. We're having her at 15 hit points, okay? Letting him stand up here, it's a nice idea, but going on to Overwatch, what is he realistically going to achieve? Can't hit her. I wish we could have enough movement actions to fuck her, to get there and just really solidly shove our massive katana up her assassin's rear. That would be great. But we can't. So we could move here, which would promote things like the harbor wave. Currently we're split 2 and 2, which isn't too bad in terms of harbor wave. This here would help us to not let her move there, but it would also promote like the blinding grenade that she normally has. So it almost pains me to do that, but I think we're either hunkering down or we are reloading our weapon. Because Overwatch will not mean anything. Yeah. By the way, I think we can't even slash because we're blinded. Disoriented, rather. Good. It's over. It's reload. I hope she's using one of her grenade abilities. Did she really just disappear from here? Well, she could be anywhere, right? Favorite spots of her are like hallways. I've noticed that in the first playthrough. So she really could be here. She isn't. She could be in here. Again, she isn't. Oh boy, tough luck. What's up with the room up here? She isn't. No, she isn't in here either. There's one further option, like over here. Nope, nope, nope. I have absolutely no idea where she is. She could be in here. She's definitely trying to hide out of line of sight. She could be behind one of these crates here. I think we're going to keep one person down here in movement range. Reloading time. And let's move to the inside as well. Mainly because I don't want to eat a harbor wave on everyone. She has given us a break, but I really have no idea where she would have been gone. Vanishing Winds, again, is one of these abilities. If you have a lot of soldiers, it's relatively easy to counter. If you only have a few, well, it gets harder. Yeah, we killed 2 chosen ones, great. I think at this stage in the game we killed a lot of chosen ones. We do not have any more explosives, which by the way would have been absolutely the right decision now. Because what we would do is we would use explosives and just bomb her from the second floor into the first floor. So again, we're losing out on time units. Because we needed to get him up. Did not work super well. And as long as she's moving in and out and in and out, I really don't see a counter to her strategy. We're losing too many action rounds. We always need like one action to get to a person. She's standing right there. If we were to go in, that would mean we can sword attack her. We could use another grenade. So on the other hand, we are running into a very serious topic, which is how do we even deal with her in the long term? If I now move in, I'm going to take an overwatch shot, which might reduce Zircom to a critical level. Our sniper needs to get into a position which allows random here to also move up. So effectively we're going to use our only action to move in. Now, knowing that the chosen is there, what we could do is we could move in, but that would trigger an overwatch shot. We can move in with random. And one of the things we could do is try to block her in here, but her Vanishing Winds would still get her out. Because this is such a small corridor, you can basically like position the soldiers in here and force her. So I'm trying another trick because I feel we are outgunned here. I'm closing the door and standing right next to the door. What I hope to do with that is, usually the AI has a more difficult time opening doors. So I hope that she's going to run all the way around here, jump down, run, jump up, and move all the way up here, which might be even too much of a movement for her. So I was right with her moving. She needed to move somewhere else, and she has done a very, very critical mistake, which we might be able to capitalize on. She has fucked herself up with burning. Burning means she can't attack in melee, and she will continuously take damage like an idiot. So that's the level of stupidity we were looking for. Now we're back in the game, guys. Back in the game. Do-do-do-do-do-do, back in the game. And we are forcing a decision right now. Nice critical hit. I love it. We are completely surrounding her so that she has like no way to go. She can't melee attack. Only thing that she theoretically could do is shotgunning. But she's not going to be able to do that because now we really have a chance to finish her. Zircam runs down with a sword. And boy oh boy is that satisfying. Well, fuck you for being so uncooperative. Wow. And the actual mission simply just had begun. All of this, like, tangoing around, we have just killed one pack. And we're completely out of resources, no more healing, people are messed up beyond belief. And we have just started the mission. What the heck? Okay, I got the 5 ability points. That's a win in my book. Probably even more important than the supplies. The somewhat healthy colleagues are taking the front line. We're approaching with a typical like line-based tactic, where we are on the same level, so we're triggering at the same time. If so, we're overwatching here, reloading specifically. And yeah, we're taking it slow. I mean, even if we lose every single crate here, that's okay. We got some promotions, we got 5 ability points. Zirke moves in. Renman follows him. I am definitely willing to slow play that. Also to put our sniper into a just a little bit better position. We do have a grenade on him, and by being on the balcony, we couldn't use that. As a matter of fact, the flashbang grenade is the only consumable that we have left. Halfway done. We lost almost all of the well, we lost half of the crates, but we're super far away. There's another swarm coming up. No enemies inside. Which kind of makes me nervous, to be honest. Ranvin takes the lead this time. Again, no enemies. Very, very strange. Over there is a tank and another crate, so we can get our first and probably only crate this run by moving over there. Mysteriously, the crate has just been marked for recovery, so we need to be fast if we want to get the crate. Alright, let's be honest with us here for a second. Our Overwatch sucks. We have seen, however, that there is a pack back here. Double stun lancer and something else, which I couldn't see in the swiftness of the moment. Luckily, we have the high ground again, which means no mischance for most of the swarm. Two stun lancers in the sector, it seems. You can always see it when he takes a short shot. Yeah, two stun lancers in the sector, pretty sure. We can't reach the crate. No! Not even with a sniper. Okay. Well, maybe we'll end the whole mission with 0 crates. So we're moving in, still sticking as a team here. Let's not get carried away from the successes of eliminating a couple of lost ones. Okay, so we have even more lost over there. And there's another crate. Maybe that's the one that we can get. Come on, attack the stun lancers, guys. No, of course not. All right. Going to eliminate yet a couple more losts. Yeah, we need to reload. And we need to do it like right now. Taking the cover of the car. I know where they are. Our problem is we don't have enough ammunition. We can, however, take long march, and as soon as they move and we get a clear sight on them, we would also get a shot. We could get the crate, but I have this unpleasant feeling that it would probably cost our life. This here is triggering the advent. There we go. To be honest, not at all a surprise. Might be able to get over here and take a couple of shots at this guy. We certainly won't be able to get the crate. Start with the Advent Stun Lancers. Nice first hit. I like it. Come on, hit him again. Yep, a very solid second hit. Damn you. We can't even flashbang them, so might as well kill one of them. Oh, that's bad. Because I definitely know that the Stun Lancers are going to attack now. Which means for us, if they are hitting Roby, he's going to be toast. When they hit, they do have a chance to completely make an already wounded unit unconscious, and unconscious is as good as dead for our purpose because he would no longer be part of the team for the rest of the mission. Sector draws the Overwatch shot. He could take a shot. He took a shot, but unfortunately not at the stun lancer, which I was hoping he would. That's just stunned, not killed, not unconscious, which is good. And a miss, which is even better. Is this guy still alive? No, it's an illusion. So if we were to drop a grenade, let's say here, right? That would mean one of them can't really attack, and the other one, I don't know, does this clear the panic? That's a good question. Do we get our action back? Before we do that or answer that question, I'd like to kill this guy here, because effectively that will take him out. Very solid. Zircon got a very good handle on it. Now let's try to immobilize both of them, because elsewise Roby's not going to go get away from them. Lost Swarm appears, which isn't the worst thing to happen. They're not appearing next to us. Well, maybe they are. Oh wow, shit, yeah, they are. Good, we'll put Roby up here, which means the Stun Lancer can't follow him to melee attack, and the Lost can also not follow him to melee attack. That's the most important part, because he's currently low on health. Okay, so our biggest issue, interestingly enough, is the Swarm for once. Hopefully they will get going and attack both the Stun Lance and the Sectoid mainly, and not so much the panicked guy sitting in the corner. But you never know. I mean, this Lost fellow looks like he would go for random. That's 3 damage. I'm just wondering, why are we taking was way more damage than the aliens? Like this fucking sectoid over here has about 1 bazillion losts next to him, and he took 0 damage. Let's just make sure we can kill most of them. I just decided it's not worth keeping one of them alive. Okay, so 5 hit points is not as much as one would think. We need to kill the stun lancer first. So I'm wondering if we move over here, that'll be a very clear flanking shot and we can't be flanked. Renvim, surprisingly, is the only guy who hasn't taken a single point of damage. Very lucky this turn. Oh, nice little crit. That one was good. And Zirkim finishes it. I'm telling you, the Blade Master perk together with a sword really paid dividends already. Roby 8 protocols himself. Misses the almost 80% shot. Yeah, too bad. That could have been 2 hits. Yeah, and I think officially we lost the last 2 crates. Okay. Neutralize all enemies and extract all XCOM soldiers. I think that's doable. Fortunately, we need to reload, which means we have bad odds in hitting him. With the sword, we will be able to deal a pretty massive amount of damage, but we will need more than just 1 hit. Which means Roby's moving over here and hopefully will crit him. Come on, Roby. Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, we're in trouble. Hopefully this guy is going to retreat somewhere here. Mind spin. He has the cooldown. Yep. Very good. I was hoping that he would mind spin. The mind control is way less problematic than the comparable option of him shooting. Might sound a little bit counterintuitive, but it's actually better that way. Wow, that's a really bad positioning. He is not being able to reach this here. This would still count as cover. This here, unfortunately, as well. So really the best play that we could do with Random is to make sure that we move in and try to hit him in full cover. Come on, buddy. Shit. The reason why that is really bad is we don't have any... we don't have any ammunition in our clip. Could move here, but we would need to reload. And that's a bummer. He's out of line of sight of the sniper, who would deal, or who could deal enough damage to effectively kill him. So close, but there's really not much we can do other than take clever positions like we're doing, which in this case is get into full cover. Don't expose yourself, try to flank him. Since we don't have a hair trigger or anything, this is not even going to kill him. We are on full cover. Renman can take a beating, so I leave him uncovered. Roby takes an 8 protocol to himself and then reloads. Oh wow, maximum damage. He can hit up to 6, so we are in lethal range. Let's hope he misses. Well, that's a close one. %, yeah. No, thank you. Yeah, I mean, our best bet is really to kill him with Renvim. Renvim has taken significant damage. So let's hit this guy here. There we go. Let's breaking the mind control and the zombie at the same time. Our objective is counting as failed, but we have killed almost 80 enemies. And yeah, we got a poor rating. I tend to disagree with the rating of the game here. It all depends on the difficulty of the mission. And I think compared to the difficulty of the mission, we're trying our dearest to keep the guys alive. Having the 5 ability points is arguably okay. We got the promotions. We got definitely get a long time sickness bay, probably 20 plus days. I don't really know why it counts as failed. But that's a different story. So our first failed mission in this run. So we got woundings between 7 and 20 days, and we got a couple of promotions. We'll go for lightning hands. I still like the suppression route, although if I could, I'd just take blast padding. Would have probably saved us quite some time. And shadow step. That would have saved us in one of the situations where the Chosen has taken an Overwatch. Yeah, wow. I mean... Roby and Zirkim have a very low cohesion, so it will take a couple of missions for them to even find a bond with one another. Not sure if it works on low cohesion. Cool part is we have 70 lost corpses. And we got a repeater, a data pad, and some other gimmicks. So generally fine. The stuff that we got. What's not optimal is our wounded time. All of the top level soldiers, with the exception of Edgar Allan Poe, are now heavily wounded. But it is what it is. Can't really change it. Going back to the strategic layer, and let us see. I think we made contact, and that was our core idea before all of this nonsense here happened. We do already have a triangle, and there we go. We have experimental weapon, which is Boltcaster. Hunter's X is going to be very helpful for us. I think the Shadowkeeper with the extra aim will be helpful, and Frostbomb might be helpful as well. Hell yeah, maybe even the repeater is not bad, because we're so low on damage that actually might be helpful. So I think we'll go with resistance radio so that we can expand our territory faster. Really? So does this mean when we now have permanent dark events that there is an ongoing dark event which is called the UFO Hunts the Avenger? So that means for the rest of the game we're being hunted by a UFO. Oh, there it is already. Well, maybe I'm not even reaching month number 3 on this run, guys. By the way, we had no chance to prevent it. So the hunter has claimed control about over nearby regions. So the hunter will probably defend all of this here. And I could take a wild bet that down here we're seeing the warlock, or down here. Good, we got 3 regions, that's a start. Let's get into the asserted loot, because asserted loot can mean we're getting some ammunition. And ammunition would actually be pretty helpful. There we go. We got ourselves a new specialist, which I think is very helpful. Might as well want to... no, that's still happening. Might as well want to look into... yeah, sword size increase would be nice, but no. We don't have that luxury here. We're training another rookie. I think after having 1 extra specialist, might want to go for another grenadier now. And Faldra Valimor, the assassin's knowledge has increased to 1.5 bleeps. That's better than expected. We got 1 more chamber cleared. So Guerrilla Tactics School and Resistance Ring. One of the things that I want to try in this run is I'd go for a laboratory even prior to the training center. The lab can help us to speed up the research process, and although it might slow down other parts of the game, I believe that without a proper research this run here will very, very soon be over. Library takes a long time. We need definitely a second and a third engineer, but I mean, we have started it, so no one can complain that we haven't tried. Okay, back to the matter at hand. We found yet another facility, so we are very much aware that this is our next target. We are moving to Europe, but making contact takes a lot of intel, plus we don't have the number of contacts ready. We're going to be fine. The cool part is a little bit of a trick here. If you keep your contacts maxed out, the game will actually spawn +1 contact. If you keep your energy maxed out, the game will spawn plus Avenger energy. These things are significantly more likely to spawn if you cap it, because the game realizes you need help. So that's why I wanted to cap out at 3. Good, so asserted loot is almost done, and there is our first transmission. I mean, we failed the supply rate. The Avatar had 5 progress. They constructed a facility. It's an even game this time around. So I feel we have tried everything we could, but it definitely was difficult. With enough knowledge, they will be able to track us down. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. So, since we are playing with permanent dark events, it is not irrelevant what we're doing here. Missed shots on Advent officers and priests will trigger return fire. That sucks. XCOM soldier will suffer greater losses to will in combat. That's okay. I don't know what the third event is. So we keep the between the eyes piece. I know that facility construction speed with 25% increased. That's really good. It would help us with the construction. Not having this perk here would mean the next lost mission that we have is more difficult. Let's exchange it. It means we need, again, more. We will have more difficult missions. Hopefully no lost mission for now. And we'll increase the facility speed. Plus we will definitely need to increase our standing with them. Let's continue and finish the asserted loot. And there we go. We got ourselves almost... Oh, I got you. Well, that's a separate mission. And by the way, of course, the very first mission that we're launching is Together with the Lost. Shouldn't have taken out the between the eyes. Now we are fucked. Anyways, we're going to see the beauty of this mission in the next run. Take care, guys.